So join us. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. And that's a statement of truth. You are the face of God. Hey, welcome. You know what else is the face of God? Unity of Pasadena is the face of God. Yes, Unity of Pasadena is the face of God. So is a bright, sunny day, a beautiful blue sky. You know what else is the face of God? And you hold it in your heart? That feeling of love. That feeling of love is the face of God. And I guess you get from my description that the face of God is many things. The face of God is everything. The face of God is all that is. The face of God is all that there ever will be. So I'm Reverend Greg Dorst, and I'm so happy to be here. This is wonderful. Look at this. We got some balance here today. We got some. This side is balanced with this side. The ship's not going to, list and tip over. I mean, I think we're okay. I think we're okay today. Yeah. So, we welcome live streamers. And we love live streamers because sometimes they end up here after they've been live streaming for a while. And so you guys always hear me call out Audrey's name. Audrey, raise your hand. Audrey. So I take it you won't be on live stream today? No. All right. Okay. All right. We can do without that then. It'll just be fine here. And Marcia, we're so happy to see you again. Yeah, fantastic. And if you're new and I haven't met you yet, this is a wonderful place. Unity of Pasadena is a beautiful place where we practice practical spirituality, and we use Jesus as our example, which is wonderful. And we're in the midst of Lent right now, which gives us a great opportunity to use Jesus as our example and to talk about the types of things that Jesus did and how we can allow those to unfold in our life as well. So, welcome. I'd like to start off with a saying that I think is perfect for unity, and I'd like you to join me in that. You've heard it before. There's only one thing. It may look like more than one thing. It may feel like more than one thing. But it's only one thing.
It's only one
expressing
thing.
As you, expressing as me, and everything we see. So before we move into the opening prayer today, we're certainly going to do the blessing and we're going to do a statement of faith, but I just want to let you know that I just got back from Vegas. I had about 3 hours of sleep last night. And the Las Vegas experience was about officiating and being a part of and the minister for the wedding of Austin and Paris. And Austin usually sits back in the back, And they're still in Las Vegas. They've been there for several days. They're at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. I don't know if anybody here you've been to the Cosmopolitan, see? And you're younger, see? There is a Gen Z vibe to that Cosmopolitan Hotel. It's very, very cool, which explains why I'm wearing tennis shoes with my suit today. See, this is what I picked up at the Cosmopolitan. I just want to let you know, this is proof that consciousness is catchy. I say that all the time. Consciousness is catchy. So that Cosmopolitan Hotel was really, really cool. And I was explaining to Gay what the difference is between some of the other hotels there in the Cosmopolitan. I don't want to spend much time on this, but they set up their open spaces so that people can congregate together rather than trying to separate people by a table here on this side of the hallway and another one over here and another one over here and another one over here, so that you have your privacy and you pay for your privacy. They really come from a different space where this is a place where we congregate together, we meet one another, we become friends, even though we've never met, as opposed to stay away from it. And I think that's a totally different vibe that is so unity. And I picked up on that right away. It's just everything was set up so that would work in that way. And so there's a different vibe, and that's the reason why they picked that hotel for their wedding. Beautiful thing. They'll be back from Vegas soon and from their honeymoon and all that, and I'm sure we'll have a chance to talk to them about it. So I'd like you to join me in the unity blessing, please. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. And we have a statement of faith as well. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God the good omnipotence, and I am one with that presence and power. And that's our call to prayer. We're just going to take a moment to take a deep breath and sink into the space you're sitting in so that you're very, very comfortable. Let's take that deep breath and release it. Oh, that was good. Let's do it one more time. And release it. And let's just feel our heart space opening up so that we recognize the truth, which is that God is in presence, love. The love we feel right now as we open our heart space for whatever it might be that we're able to draw that feeling around most potently, whether it's a person or a place or a pet or an event or something that's going on in your life that you absolutely love or embrace, or maybe just a memory or something you want to do. It's all love. Just draw that in and recognize it and feel it. And as you do that, what you're doing is drawing into you that conscious contact with God, Spirit, our Creator, Source. So we recognize the presence of God right here, right now, within you and within here, this space at Unity of Pasadena. And we absolutely align with that power. And when we do, we feel the love and compassion. We feel the empathy. We feel the healing connection that Jesus felt each time he stepped into the arena to be who he was and who he is. And we do that consciously. And as we do this and continuously do this, we find it easier and easier to step into that space no matter the circumstances around us. We're able to put things aside and say, let me summon that feeling. And you might be able to do that through gratitude, or you might be able to do that through someone or something or an event, as we just talked about. So we do that right now. We recognize as well that we have great gratitude for everything that unfolds here at Unity of Pasadena, from our board of trustees that make sure everything operates smoothly and beautifully, to our prayer chaplains. Our prayer chaplains hold the light for each and every one of us. We're so happy about that. We're so blessed to have them. And our musician today, as Mitch sings just from his heart, from his soul, the songs of joy and love and connection. We're so pleased to have people who step forth and volunteer their time and their resources. We have people that greet you at the door. We have PowerPoint. We have all of the things that need to be done to make sure that we have live streaming going on today and sound. We're so grateful for each and every one of those people that do this. There's a lot going on here at Unity of Pasadena, and we make sure that it gets done. It's a beautiful space. It's a beautiful place. We are who we say we are. We're so grateful for that. I release these words into the law of mind, knowing all of this is done. And join me by saying, and so it is. Amen. All right, you guys. So the annual meeting has created a little bit of a change here. We're not going to do the 3-minute question today because we need to save that space for being able to have the things go on that we need to have go on before we come in and do the annual meeting. And I'll be cutting my talk a little bit short too, which you'll probably be pleased about. So, yeah, I mean, we don't want to go on and on until tomorrow. I have so much to say, you know. So our goal is to get into that space so that we can talk to each other about what's going on before the annual meeting at about 11:20, 11:25. So, all right, Mitch, are you ready for that first song? Let's do it.
Woke up today with a smile on my face, felt like never before. Looked around and in this new space, put my hand on the door. Is this the new me? Is this who I am now? Is this who I am now? Is this the new me? Is this who I am now? Is this who I am? I know that I can walk through this, whatever it is. I know that I can walk through this, whatever it is, whatever it is. I see the world in a new light. Home is wherever I go. Open my heart to a new thought. Where it leads, I don't know. Is this the new me? Is this who I am now? Is this who I am now? Is this the new me? Is this who I am now? Is this who I am? I know that I can walk through this, whatever it is. I know that I can walk through this, whatever it is, whatever it is. Is this the new me? Is this who I am now? Is this who I am now? Is this the new me? Is this who I am now? Is this who I am? Thank you. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. Into the mic. I always am kind of nonplussed how I can follow such beautiful energy. Isn't he fabulous? Our king of the ivories. Well, today I'm supposed to be speaking about joy, and I will. But, I always have a couple of ideas, and I'll try to keep them succinct. First of all, if you look up the definition of joy, it matches quite a bit with happiness. And I thought about that because we don't use them the same way. Happiness to me means something that happens to you from the outside. People make you happy, things make you happy. But joy is a blessing that we are gifted. And it's a wellspring, and the more we give away, the more we have to share. So it's an inside job, but we have to know how to access it. And that's kind of a problem with me, because when I need to access it the most, it's when it's the hardest to do. So I thought I would share with you something that I learned quite a while ago. And I'll give you an example of how it works. For instance, we all sing, "You are the face of God," right? If you were to take that same movement and drop it down smaller, you come across somebody whose energy is not so good, and you'd rather just run away or say something not so charitable. If you make a very small movement, the same one, your muscle memory will say, "You are the face of God." They don't know what you're doing, but you don't even have to move it up to your face. It's just your muscle memory is such. Unfortunately, it won't come out so much in your head as words. You'll kind of sing it inside because that's the way we do it. Another way to do it is maybe to attach something you feel, to summon up a feeling. Now, we all feel great inspiration when we listen to Mitch, and you could just have a simple phrase like Eminem, Mitch and music. Now I'm going to give you a longer one, and this helps me access that wonderful feeling when we come in here and there's all of us together, and of course, our leader is Reverend Gray. So one of the things that I use is, I've known him for a while, and so I think about some of the characteristics. He's charismatic, he's humorous, he's intellectual. When it comes to teaching, he's practical. We can use everything that he teaches us. And of course, he's spiritual. That says chips. So when I want to summon up that wonderful feeling, I say, we're in the chips. Now, I do that in my mind sometimes in church, so that when I'm someplace where I can't access that same spiritual joy that I do when I'm in the presence of everybody, I say I'm in the chips, or I think I'm in the chips, and here I am, spiritually. So now I'm supposed to talk about joy. So let us all be like little children and be joyful. Joy fills my heart and warms my soul. Today I will view the world through eyes of joy. This mindful practice will make even the most ordinary things seem special, and the things I may have taken for granted seem fresh and new. Even the energy I bring to my relationships will be imbued with harmony and peace. I will feel lighter, kinder, and more connected to the people in my life when I commit to living with joyful intention. Moments of frustration, disagreement with others, and disappointment may disturb my equilibrium for a time, but will not rob me of my joy. I honor God each time I share my joy. As I bless myself by feeling joyful, I bring more love, more peace, and more happiness to the world. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Psalms 118, verse 24. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Pasadena. My name is Jackie Dorst, and I'm one of your prayer chaplains. And we have lots of prayer chaplains that are actually here today. And I would like to invite them to stand up, please, if you're a prayer chaplain here. And take a look around. These are people that will do prayer for you at any time. And thank you, guys. And we will be providing prayer after the service. If you stay in your seat, I'm the prayer chaplain of the day. I will be available, and others will be available as well. So thank you for that. And so let's get started with the Lord's Prayer, why don't we? If you will say it with me. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. So in just a moment, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and repeat, while your eyes are closed, the statement that I will be saying. And then we're going to go straight into our 2 minutes of silence after that. So I invite you to close your eyes, nice and comfortable, and repeat after me. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Now I invite you to open your eyes, come back in the room, and I invite you all to have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you.
I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the chance to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might be taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Don't let some hell-bent heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a parting glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope time is the wheel that's in constant motion, always rolling us along, telling me who wants to look back on the years and wonder where those years have gone. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
You know, we love our soloists here. We've got tremendously talented people. There's something special about you singing as the soloist while you play the way you want it played. I mean, it's a real cool thing to occasionally have you be able to be the one out front. And the song choices are just incredible today. You know, I heard, yeah, really. So as I'm sitting on my pew, I'm getting a little teary-eyed as you're singing that last song, because I have the feeling that in the vernacular of the day, Jesus didn't speak like that. But I think if he were here today, he might say something like that. I hope you dance. You know, I hope you dance. I hope you see the world in such a way that allows you to take yourself into new and different and beautiful circumstances that bring about experiences that just touch your heart. And there's no limitation in that song, you know, no limitation. It doesn't tell you what kind of dance to dance. It doesn't tell you how long to dance. It doesn't tell you where to dance or when to, or who to dance with. I just hope you dance. And so that means it becomes a metaphor for how you live life. So the dance is really about how you live life. Great choice. Thank you. So that fits perfectly with what we're going to talk about today, and you'll kind of hear that as we get into the talk, because I entitled the talk "Opening to the Child in Each of Us," and I'll tell you why I did that. This is the third Sunday of Lent, and what we're doing is we're just kind of handing out tips, if you will, for living life according to an example that I think is the best example we've ever had for how to do it. I think Jesus was the great example, and I think that as we look at the life that he lived and the people that he helped and the consciousness that he created, it's something to marvel at. You know, the people had hoped that they would have a Messiah, somebody that would come in and by force make the changes that they felt were necessary. That's not what they got. They got a change in consciousness. They could jump on board, and when they did jump on board, there was great power. And we still talk about it today. I mean, we're not talking about a physical battle. We're talking about something that happened, something that raised the awareness of people and continues to do so if we allow it, if we allow that to happen. It's expansive. It's wonderful. He said some things that were just absolutely magnificent. Charles Fillmore, one of our founders, wrote about this third Sunday. We should ever remember that our youth, which we love so well, never really dies. It merely falls asleep in the realm of the subconscious. People grow old because they let the youth idea fall asleep. By using spiritual understanding, they can awaken it. So here we go. We're going to awaken that youth, opening to the child in each of us and why that's so important. So Jesus said, in fact, I'll read it right here from Matthew 18:3. He said, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." What does that mean? You know, we look at that and we go, I can't change into a little child. You know, and I've got responsibilities too, and I can't just act like a little child does, you know, be irresponsible and all the things that go on. So how am I supposed to do that? Well, I think from a metaphysical standpoint, what Jesus is talking about is that you be like a child that's open to influence, open to new things, open to new experiences, opening to growth, opening up to what life has to offer, opening up to the good, the true, and the beautiful, rather than closing it all off. So what that is kind of an opening up of consciousness. You know, I mean, if you were to create the perfect consciousness in anybody, and I hope you include yourself in that, you would think, wow, expansive, ever-growing. I mean, those are words you'd use. Something that would bring about newness in every way it's seen, it's felt, it's understood. I mean, newness would be a word that you'd use in creating that expansiveness, that way of describing that consciousness. And in a sense, that's the consciousness of a child. So, you know, and Jesus wasn't the only one to talk about that. I mean, there are a couple of quotes of Rumi, a couple of pieces of Rumi poetry that I'm going to quote because he really had a good idea what Jesus was talking about. I mean, he utilized the ideas of Jesus time and time and time again in his writings. But I was thinking about this, you know, as a child thing, you know, and I started to think about what children do that adults don't do. So when it rains, children don't come inside. They don't. I mean, it's an opportunity for something new. Do you remember walking home from school when it was raining or it had just rained and puddles that you could stomp in and get your friends wet in? And I remember when it rained, I loved it because we lived near a street that was a natural flow for water. I mean, a lot of water. And there were neighbors that would call my mother and say, "I just saw your son body surfing down the street over there, you know, with the flow of the water soaking wet." And he encouraged other people to do it too. I mean, that's the kind of guy I was, you know. I want to get in trouble with me. I mean, that's what kids do. Kids open up to that kind of thing. I mean, I think this is what Jesus was talking about. Be open to the goodness that life has to bring. And you know what? If you do that, that is heaven in the moment. I think that's what he's talking about. I think he's talking about that being heaven in the moment. You know, not to, you know, be the whiny side of the become a child, you know, or I need a cookie or I want a cookie or whatever that might sound like. No, he's talking about being open to the newness, you know, being teachable. Being teachable. So, look, we're never going to get to that space where we follow the example of Jesus in a way that creates more divine in us than human unless we open up. We have to open up. We have to open up our consciousness. We have to be like a child. And I think that's what Jesus is saying. I really do. So imagine looking at a few things in your life in that way. Now, wouldn't it be wonderful if, and by the way, if you were to craft an idea of a perfect marriage, you might say, well, I think the perfect marriage would be one where you continue to see the beautiful changes in each other, continue to take advantage of the newness that this relationship offers, continue to do new things for each other and with each other, continue to open to the mystery of your partner. You know, live this life together, understand its beauty, understand its generosity together. Open up, expand, let your lives together be that which is just glorious and holy. And in fact, very heavenly. I think that's what you do. You know, you wouldn't say, oh, yeah, now that we're married, you know, we sit and we watch TV and that's all we do. Yeah, I mean, that's marriage, isn't it? Isn't that marriage? And once in a while I go drink with my buddies. No, I think you would pick the former as that marriage, which is, you know, heavenly in nature. If you had a job, you wouldn't want it to be the perfect job. Let's say you were describing the perfect job. You would want that job to probably have this as a marker. There's no ceiling on what you can do or what you can accomplish, what you can make in terms of money, what you can create in terms of stuff, ideas, connections. I mean, it would be sky's the limit, wouldn't it? I mean, just use what you got and become more and more and more of what life has to bring. You know, that's a job. Now, that's a job. So this whole idea of becoming a child, I think, is about expansiveness, about opening up. And so Rumi took this idea, and Rumi said this. He said, be like a child, lose yourself in the pure joy of being, for in that innocence, the beloved will come to you without effort. Oh, man, that needs music attached to it, doesn't it? Be like a child, lose yourself in the pure joy of being, for in that innocence, the beloved will come to you without effort. Try to be like a child, he said in another verse. A child has no judgment, no preconceived notions. A child trusts, a child loves. Be that, and the doors of heaven will open up. Wow. So, well, you know, Rumi got to say things, Rumi wrote things down. So the things we say about Rumi, he wrote down as his own personal ideas and thoughts. And so you don't find the prose of Jesus in the Bible because other people were writing it down. Jesus didn't write it down. Other people were remembering the things he said and writing those down in later years or having it passed down to them over the ages. So I have a feeling that he probably spoke like that, though. I have a feeling that in order for him to touch people the way he touched people, that he said things like that. I have no doubt about it. So here we go. The third week of Lent. Be like a child. Be open. Open yourself to new experiences. Open yourself to new ideas. Align yourself with the newness of spirit. God is not dead. God lives in each of us all the time, everywhere. What a beautiful thing to know. What an absolutely magnificent thing to believe and to live. And it's in this that we learn to love each other and connect as one. So I'd like you to join me, please, by saying, and so it is. Amen. Whew. Thank you. Boy, that was Reader's Digest stuff, wasn't it? Well, we have Trish, who's the usheress today. Come on up, Trish. She has a list of people on live stream. I'll bet you Audrey's not on it. But, oh no, you didn't make the list today, Audrey. By the way, Victoria, welcome. I'm so glad to see you back. This is fantastic. I know you've probably been traveling the world, doing the things that you do. You know, on the other side of the globe, people need your help. I get it. All right, Colleen, We see you. We love you. Virginia, likewise. Charlene, Tennessee in the house. Woo! Reverend Dr. Carol Bliss. Salute you. I love you. I hope Long Beach is absolutely beautiful today. And we got Reva Kusmal. She normally sits right about there in that open space. Reva, we'll see you soon, I know. So thank you guys for showing up. Appreciate it. And this is what we do, you guys. We honor places that we know feed us spiritually and that help us to grow personally, that provide the kind of connection that we could call life itself. I mean, that's the way I feel about it. Connection's healing. Connection brings about the avenues for love. And it's just like holy. It's so holy. So this space does that for me. And because of that, it's a place that I give to. I absolutely love Unity of Pasadena. We have a community giving statement that talks about this as supportive of things that we love. Would you join me in this community giving statement, please? God is the source of my overflowing supply, and I am grateful, and so it is. Mitch?
I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, so bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, oh bright, sunshiny day. I think I can sink it now, the pain has gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, so bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Oh. Whew. Well, we're going to do a little breathy prayer over the money here, you guys. So we're so thankful for these tithes and treasures. We're so thankful for the ability to operate Unity of Pasadena in a way that it's a conscious beacon of light for not only this space, but for the space surrounding us, for the city, for the rest of the world as they feel the energy and the love that we express. It's ripple effect moving all around the globe. And we bring our goodness and we bring our joy and we bring our example everywhere. We're so grateful for that. Thank you. We promise to use these tithes and treasures with integrity. And I release these words into the law, knowing that they're already done. Together we say, and so it is. Amen. Thank you, Trish. All right, Barbara, I think I got about the right height here for you. There you go.
Very good. That's all I can.
Okay, very short this morning. First of all, annual meeting. Hopefully I can bring down the gavel at 12 o'clock. Hopefully you can start signing in at the table right out behind the accordion doors there at 10 minutes of 12. Amanda and Paul will be at that desk, and they will have copies of a handout that you'll need during the presentation of the financials, and a sign-in sheet for members and space for non-members. We want everybody to come. And also, I've put another copy of last year's minutes on the hospitality tables. So if you didn't get them in the email or didn't get them last week, you have one last chance to read them, because we're just going to ask if there's any corrections and ask for approval. Okay, so we'll see you then. But also happening today, both Basha and Pinocchio are back for the monthly sound baths and Reiki experiences. And also Clifta will be coming around to the clipboard. Clifta, are you here? Where are you, Clifta? Okay. She wants to make sure that, if you're planning to come to our benefit concert and silent auction on Friday, April the 25th, that, you get signed up, and that if you've got something to bring, that she knows what it is so she can get ready for it. And just one last quick thing. Michelle, are you here? No, Michelle isn't here. Okay. But very briefly, for those of you who are interested in chair exercise, Michelle does this regularly at the retirement homes that she works at. And so she's going to start doing it here on Tuesday mornings, and the first one will be on April the 1st, just $10 a session. It'll be another one of these sharing, splitting the... Oh, not the 1st? Oh, okay, well, we lost a week, April the 8th. Okay, thank you very much. She will be here next week, though, so you'll have a chance to talk to her about it. Okay, that's it, so we can wind this up.
All right, you guys. So we're going to do the silent unity prayer for protection, and then what are we going to sing today, Mitch? We're going to sing I Choose Love. Oh, I Choose Love. I love that one. I love that one. So please stand for the silent unity prayer for protection. And remember, after the service is over and the song's over, you can stay in your seat if you like, and a prayer chaplain will come to you if you'd like prayer. So here we go, together. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine, and all is well.